Welcome back to Extra Droplets, ladies and gentlemen. This one's boy, man, Bob, John. Jacket and they have had what seems to be their final date, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Alright, yeah. What's gonna happen now? But I guarantee there will be comedies. Don't give up on me, folks. So I'm not giving up on you. I'm not giving up on this game either. I never give up on anything because I'm an American. And we the people don't quit. Sean Quill, huh? Why not? Yeah, again, this doesn't really matter because I have this whole thing like this. The only one I really am low on comparatively is RC's. Okay, so, yeah, there we go. Finally, why not? So, gee, yeah, why not? Okay, so, here we go, hopefully at least. Or it can be a hater game. Alright, yeah, there's still other things to go on. Cool. Come on. Yeah, the game's there, yeah. I need to be. I know, and why are you calling? You said, every time I get out again. Where to? The game's there. What? Why? I thought you didn't like playing by yourself. I don't, that won't happen today. Oh, I'm not going to play against you. Stop asking. I wasn't this time. You're going to play it on watch. We talked about that too. It's not a good idea. Only if it happened on the same day. You can't possibly still remember how well I did when we went last time. And if you still don't remember it, if you don't remember, you can't compare this. So there's no problem. She has a point. Well, am I wrong? Or are you so crazy you actually bother remembering? I forgot. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Fun. Groovy. Same time, same place. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, keep that cash flow going in. Update. Hi. You seem like very good last time. Great. This place. Okay, here we go. Time to play some games. I'll do it. But if you remember your scores from last time, you better not bring them up. Seriously? Someone like you didn't remember, you think I would? Besides, I came here to come see you look cool playing these games. I don't want to get to enjoy that when you make you mad. Way to make this uncomfortable. Hey, don't complain. My inappropriate staring will make you totally forget about trying to see this competition. I don't need the help. You need all the help you can get. Now pick something. I suggest poker. You probably look very good playing that. I'm playing darts. Fine, that works. Before you start, I have to ask, is it okay to say theories? Dice shots are, is that too much for you to deal with? I prefer you didn't mention me playing at all. Wow, it was a joke. There isn't room for jokes when it comes to this. Got it. So, how long have you had this weird thing with competitions? Since I was a kid. Why? Just curious, I gotta make conversation somehow. Don't have to make a conversation at all. Plus I talk more, I'll get caught up now. I hate to be looking on the other side. God. Man, I wish some other people would all come along. I thought you were always looking for ways to be alone with a guard. Normally, yes, but if some other guys were here that could challenge them, so the two of us could play together against them. No, we couldn't. What? Isn't that okay when you compete against people you don't know? Yes, but I never compete with anyone else. Jeez, I thought you were on teams and groups until at school. Yeah, but only teams that are just teams in name where I actually compete on my own. Like the chess team. Are you actually on the chess team? Maybe. What was his problem just there, that face? The point is, I've never gone to rely on anyone else for a competition. I win or lose based on my own skills, nothing else. That's a nice way of looking at it, actually. You really do have issues. How do you figure that? Well, that's true. Yeah, you can't just realize that. But it's true though what he said. One could focus on themselves and bettering themselves. That's what matters in the end. That's really all that matters, is that you better yourself. I realized it to a great depth. Good for you. His face. I'm not really sure if that is good. Aren't you the one who wants to know more about me? Yeah, true. I'm glad you told me. The only upset was a tad bit sad though. Why? Because there's so many fun couple competitions we could have done together, and I'm positive we might have made a badass team. Well, from what I've seen, you're not terrible. So you might reconsider? No. Please? Absolutely not. Pretty please? No, don't ask again or I'll leave. Boo. Okay, thanks for coming. I say this was improved on last time, don't you agree? Sure. Yeah. Can't believe I forgot about that being there. I pride myself on having really look often because I'm one Republican. Hey. It is. What's Nate? It's like that. It's not like you to stay off the space like that. Hey, your kid. I'm mentally double checking my schedule for after school. How's that work? If you don't remember anything, shouldn't you write it down or something instead of hoping it'll come back to you? Do you seriously think I don't have a written version of my schedule? No, of course you do. You should look at that. I don't need to. I just need to sort my thoughts. Why don't you even have a written one? Because I want to have it. I can have both if I want. Okay. So the schedule says? Reminds me of the survey says in Family Feud. It says my normal team activities aren't happening today. I'm still supervising the gardening club's lawn party. Gardening club, that's awesome. I wish we had a gardening club in high school because gardening is a very rewarding experience, as I've said about. Do they let student supervise other students at this place? Yes, it's called student supervisor. It's basically a glorified assistant. Neat. I had no idea you liked gardening. I don't. What? The newest supervisor they ask me. It doesn't matter what the group is. Should have known. I bet you just created that. When I supervise meetings, sometimes the students say, it's gonna be a fun neat day. Or a neat fun day. How'd that screw up? I'm pretty sure they bid to be a play on not fun. No. Make fun if you want. That means I'm only doing my job right. How do you have time for that? Much less enough time to make big people we could write and joke about. It feels like you're shot normal team stuff practically every day. Not practically every day. I do have at least one team practice for a meeting every weekday. Tennis on Tuesdays, I never do doubles, chess on Wednesdays, cycling on Thursdays, and mixed martial arts on Mondays and Fridays. Mixed martial arts, badass! You can't see it, but I'm giving a big thumbs up. If the school did team stuff on weekends, I'd set things on weekends too. You're a freaking crazy person! You know I'm also a reserve member on every team that doesn't make you count teammates if you win or not. Okay, everyone, just listen to all this mayonnaise. How nice. Maybe now you'll get why I don't have time for you. Oh, jeez. Nah, you've always got time for me. I'm leaving. See you around. Good luck sucking the way out for our party. Thanks. Okay, so Evan, huh? Yeah, why not? Okay, so let's see here. What can I do now? Move. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Yeah, I have to get more hearts. Points. Action points, because pretty sure that, yeah, that's needed for here. And I'm pretty sure it's needed for here, too. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay, so then text. Again. And again. Hey! Roger, Cat. I think there's something broken out my dorm. The temp is way off. I mean, maybe suspicious. The upkeep here is to the highest standard. I'm not lying. Something vacant hiding here. Stop. If it isn't this corpse thing, what could it be? It's just ignored it now. Neat. You've lost. So strict. You've lost text device with this device for the next 24 hours. Send another message at least 24 hours after this message is posted. Is this seriously happening? I'm sorry, okay? Come back to me. You can be such a loser sometimes. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, it's by the time behind me. It's gonna be fantastic. Hey, you guys, guess whose birthday this day? No. We already talked about this. It's not a surprise. You losers. Happy birthday, you kid. Hey, Shallow. Yes, happy birthday. Yes, thank you for coming. I'm sorry this will be an exciting meeting. I'm so concerned. Don't be a baby, Nate. What can I possibly do? Pick a terrible game, obviously. I wouldn't do that. I've got a great game in mind. What is it? Truth or dare, I'm amazed none of you people picked that out yet. Seriously, what's wrong with you? Sorry, we are teenage girls. Please, truth or dare is a grown-up game. No, of course it is. Whatever, that's why... I just did a combination of hers and Jeremy's voices. He seriously says whatever. Whatever, that's why we're going to play to deal with it. Alright, we can play truth or dare, but we can't leave this room or break any of the school's rules. Still keep that in mind when it comes to your questions and theirs. Weak. Don't worry, we'll still be fun. Now, each must take a turn. So we'll start with Jaquette, and after the person she picks first time of their day answers the question, we'll get to pick someone who hasn't gone already. We'll go like that until everyone is gone. We've got a better idea. Instead of that, how about I decide to choose and dance for all of you? What? It's my birthday after all. Why should you guys say the truth? This choose. Well, that's not very inclusive. Yeah, we also get to do answer questions. That's something. But picking the truth is like half the game. Not to mention the only good part. And that's why I should be the one to do it. Alright, what of us do you think of this? Hell no. Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's her birthday, she can do whatever she wants. Shiloh the simp, as I've said about before. I'll just let her do it. It doesn't actually matter. Whatever.
My parents pretty much always is silent.
Yeah, yes, I won again.
Sign is effort.
Oh, this is the worst taxi group.
Fine, let's get started.
Certainly, and since you're ready to go, you'll be up first. Truth or dare, Nate? What happened to get this started?
God, I'm thinking. There, I don't want to tell you anything.
I dare you to switch the truth.
That isn't allowed.
I was kidding. Why didn't you me come through the game today?
Just tell me what I have to do already.
I'm thinking.
You're also the worst.
Okay, I dare you to be spooked.
Can't you be serious for 1 minute? Even though it's her official boyfriend, he's still very uptight about that kind of thing. Guess I blame him in this case, though. That would be, like, just awkward for the rest of the dudes. Not that he cares. Not that he don't care about anyone, except Everett. He probably wouldn't wouldn't want to hurt Everett's feelings because Everett's his bro. No. I'm not doing that.
Yes, that kind of thousands allowed. Oh, come on, you know I was kidding. I don't need a game like that to get this guy to kiss me. Though if you want to, I wouldn't object.
My concern was way too valid.
Alright, here's the real thing. I dare you to bounce up and down for the rest of the game.
Good enough. Better make this quick.
We'll see. Who wants to go next?
I do. It's almost sad that you're pathetic enough to volunteer to be a part of this. It's just a game.
That's right. Now, Silo, truth or dare?
Truth. Shall leave me trusted with truth. He never says what he means, indeed.
Now, that is the truth.
Now it's honestly siege.
If you say so. Now, what can you tell about this interesting but not worth lying about?
I just think that doesn't matter, sunshine. Just do your best.
Any suggestions?
No way, you want to pick everything, so pick.
Okay, I will, gosh. So if you're playing the do, marry, kill game with just the guys in the group, what would your answers be?
I don't think that's the appropriate question.
Why, it's not a big deal.
I don't agree. It's not the kind of conversations we speak in cousin.
Fine, how about the marry, kiss, not do, really punch game?
Well, alright, but no one can give Shiloh a hard time with his choices.
No promises.
I'm not sure this is going to work out. Poorly. This face on him. It's no problem, they don't mind.
Good, go on ahead then. I'm picking this about either.
Gotcha, I married Big Punch every his name. How sweet. His face on him, and you can blame him now. Why me? You hate being touched. If I punch you, I'll probably hit my elbow in your face. Never is this tough.
You bastard.
Sorry.
Very good, son. That's actually a funny answer. Now I want to see what the rest will pick.
Then you should pick that game instead of Truth or Dare.
Can we do both?
No!
Could it be short?
Not short enough.
Lame. Hey Nate, why don't you pick that game for your birthday?
Pass.
Man, this is seriously ruining my mood. How can I go on without knowing?
Easily, sweet babe.
Probably wouldn't be hard to just guess.
That's... what? Alright, yeah, my bad.
That's not the same.
Get back to the game you actually picked already.
Alright, you're up for it. Choose there. There. Don't be like that. You can pick truth. I'm sorry, ask the same question twice.
Yeah, I'm sticking with there.
If you insist, I dare you to eat this gross old candy I found in my bag.
Why do you have stuff like that?
I bought the 8 packet for it was there. It got old and gross. I kept forgetting to throw it away. Just remembered it was still had again.
Whatever, I'll do it.
Excellent.
Yes, it's so smushed. It's like a paste. What even was this?
I don't know, some kind of chocolate or something. Not rich egg, though, are you?
No, he's not.
Oh, good. Hopefully that means you won't die from me yet. There's no guarantee, though.
How funny. Yeah, that was terrible.
Woo, you did it!
This game Texas sucks.
Please, you're lucky. I knew for ages that I was going to picture of you if no one else did. I was totally taking that for way worse stuff on purpose.
Such not lie. What kind of twisted shrew are you?
Hey, I didn't do it.
Probably because they didn't allow it.
Yep. Now who wants to go next?
I will.
Nice, truth or dare?
Truth, please.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how attractive am I to you?
Well, that was a fast response.
Maybe if I were to ask this question, you might have had an interesting answer.
And they wouldn't have?
Please, anyway, vote me. You're a 5, just like everyone else in the world, because I don't care about that. Instead of, you're a 10, of course. And everyone would give me some really low score, just be a spiteful bastard.
You have a talent for impressions. Good enough. Are we going by his physical appearance?
Yes, indeed.
In that case, I'd say an 8 from me. The hair is longer than mine, by the way.
Is that so? For curiosity's sake, what would it take to make get that last point?
You'd have to be shorter, sorry.
Wow.
I'm so surprised they didn't censor this. They censored like everything else. It's not really all that much of a curse, like hell and damn, that kind of thing. I'm not sure I could say this would still be monetized in the future, but yeah. If it's what? It was obvious. It's fine, he's right. I'm partial to smallness in general. That sounds really creepy coming from you. Let's change the subject, please. Who else wants to have a talk?
Yes, who's going to be the next victim? There are 2 of you left.
Hurry up, I'm still being forced up and down like a raged frog. I don't care. I will make you care! Truth.
Okay.
I can never get over the fact that she says this. Wow! Poor Lynn, trying to keep all this together. That is also not the appropriate question.
Oh, come on.
No, think of something else, please.
Fine, give me a second.
You did finish the question, what comments we talked about? And being pretty Jesus. Effort don't encourage her. God, is that really what you want to think about? No.
Yes?
Another question, please.
Okay. What color's your underwear?
Oh, white, probably, I guess, whatever. Fine. You haven't answered your questions for a second. No more questions relating to those kinds of reasons.
Got it. I promise it won't happen again. It's not like there's much time left anyways. Speaking of which, plan. You're the last one in the meeting. What will it be? Alright, I'll just pick for you. It'll be there.
Good choice. Truth involves talking.
So, you're pretty big. I do Academy Irish Princess to the end of the meeting.
He could carry you too.
You want to diet though.
You got that right.
Exactly. Well, friend.
I'll do it.
Yay!
Why? You refuse everything, but that's fine. Not everyone is easy, and thank God for that. Thank God that not everyone is like these guys in general. If someone bulk is like that, they're not terrified of being touched. It's rather easy there. I'll never understand that guy.
Father, you want so much I could take it back and think of something else. You have to keep track I think, but
I'm not that bothered.
well, then I guess we made it down to the game somehow. It was not that bad.
Say that when you don't make it like us cow, you around like a damn princess.
Because I'm so feel pleasant. I certainly wouldn't want to be put down for this. I can leave me if there's. Here we are. Here you are. Thanks, Lee. Let's see. It's an about night. You're welcome.
Can we end this meeting now, please?
Yes, but as always, we still got a happy birthday before you go.
Do we really have to do while Prince carrying her?
Yep.
God.
Happy birthday. Thanks, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, you kid. Here, I got this for you. You can open it later, but you don't need to tell the rest of them. They'll just complain.
Hey, thanks, Fran probably heard, though.
Oh, well. Happy birthday, Starfish.
Thank you.
Aw, happy birthday.
Thanks. Now look at this, I being willing to carry me is not for one day. Happy birthday, Cat. I hope the rest of your day is less eventful in this world. Thanks, Lee. Now, could you carry me to my room, Fran?
No. Okay, that's gonna be the end of this chapter. She keeps asking, so long as you jump to, please subscribe and also back very well.